Hello, it's June, and that means more of you probably won't watch this video because you're out doing something in the nice weather. It's okay, I forgive you. But for those who do want to still plug in and watch, welcome. We're into the summer doldrums. I myself am going to be taking some additional time off during the summer. Probably not a big surprise, so we can enjoy our fairly brief Michigan summer. So. As always, we want to look at what happened in May for the markets and economy. S&P had a pretty good month last month. We gained more ground, up over 5% for the month, and now up over 11% for the year. Nobody would have thought that we would be sitting here with additional gains like these into 2026. So, but we'll take them. We're still seeing tech kind of lead the way with regards to those gains, up by far the most of any sector so far. So this theme's been with us for quite a while now, where tech's kind of leading us both higher and lower with regards. But we are starting to see more and more what you would call market breadth, meaning more of the non-tech companies also sharing in more of the gains of the market, in addition to some of the other capitalizations, mid-cap stocks, small cap stocks, international stocks. We've talked about that here for a bit as well. Even though energy was actually negative last month, we haven't seen necessarily much relief at the pump. Not a surprise, right? Seems like gas prices go up very quickly and go down very slowly, right? Kind of reverse of the market, taking the elevator up and the escalator down versus the other way around. So we'll obviously, keep an eye on that. Lots of geopolitical, issues still, plaguing us with regards to energy prices there. So as I said, the rest of the market's doing pretty well. Bonds were relatively flat last month. Old boring bonds that we like because they just throw off their income, and they're fairly flat for the year as well, which again, is the expectation. So on the economic front, we have some decent news. Payrolls were up 122,000 last month, and were pretty broad based. We had seen some concentration kind of in the government sector for a while with the new administration, letting folks kind of go, shrinking the government a bit. That's where we saw a lot of the job loss numbers coming in at, but the job gains were pretty broad based across sectors last month. The services sector had a pretty good month too last month, and the services sector is where a lot of our discretionary spending goes, which is a main component of our economic growth there. So we saw consumer spending increase above that key kind of 50 level. 50 means that we are in an expansion phase. Below 50 means we're in a contraction phase. So came in at 54.5 last month, which is good. Consumer confidence increased as well. And economic growth is kind of modest at about a 2% rate. But again, we'll take it. It's not low and it's not negative. So on the negative side, though, we do continue to see inflation plaguing us, right? 3.8% was the read for last month. That's above trend, right? Where we see prices increasing at that clip, right? Again, most of that is certainly in the food and energy sectors. We all have seen the grocery store and the pump, prices. So not much of a surprise there. Contrary to the consumer spending numbers or consumer confidence numbers, the consumer sentiment numbers continue to degrade. So it's an interesting dynamic where the economy is doing well, people are still out there spending. However, they don't feel very good, and some of that's starting again to show in the savings rate. The savings rate has continued to kind of decline, which means people are dipping into their savings in order to kind of continue funding their lifestyles, right? So we'll obviously keep an eye on that too. So generally, all in all, we're doing pretty good. All things being considered, no recession data that we're kind of seeing on the horizon, or any kind of cracks, in the system anywhere. But obviously, we'll continue to keep an eye on that. So until next month, enjoy the summer weather, and if you need anything, you know how to get a hold of me. Thank you very much.